Hi, and welcome to my channel. The other day I was watching a psychology video in regards to relationships and how people have different types of attachment styles in relationships. And because I have an ADHD brain, I couldn't help but, just kind of space out and detour from what I was actually watching. And I was thinking about how people tend to want to be in a relationship specifically because they're not happy with themselves. They're not happy when they're single and they feel like a relationship will fill that void or that unhappiness that they have. Of course, this is just pure speculation and it could just be projection from my part because I'm not completely satisfied with my situation in my life. I know that things will get better for me, but I'm just saying that for me personally, I don't want to be in a fully committed relationship while I'm still trying to figure shit out. I know that people cannot fully, nobody truly has everything figured out, but I'm saying to some extent there's just a level in which everyone can reach in their life. And once you reach that level, I feel like you're at a spot where you can comfortably include or introduce other people into your life. My philosophy is basically that be happy with yourself and technically even date yourself before introducing another life into your life. I don't know if that phrasing works, but I think you can actually understand what I'm trying to say when I say that. If I am fulfilled in my life and where it's heading, of course, introducing someone into that life that is rich and full of joy, happiness, and mentally or even spiritually for some people, a spiritually healthy life is worth sharing with other people. But an unhealthy life, which is a very a miserable, sad, I'm still trying to figure out what I like, I'm still trying to figure out who I am, I'm depressed and all that. Introducing someone into that mess, in my opinion, this might be a hot take, but it is immoral. I think it's borderline, almost evil, actually. It's kind of the same argument anti-natalists. I'm not gonna lie, I'm also a bit of an anti-natalist sympathizer, but please don't click off this video. Like, I know that's controversial shit, but just hear me out. I'm not saying that people shouldn't be in relationships at all until they're fully happy, but I'm saying you need to be content with yourself and understand the role of suffering you can introduce into another person's life, intentionally or not, by being unhappy or miserable with yourself. You need to become the person that everyone sees, like the people in your relationship sees, as someone who isn't going to make them feel like they have to walk on eggshells around, like people being afraid to even hurt your feelings, or maybe I'm going too far with that. That is going to become way too abstract, but what I'm trying to say is you shouldn't get into a relationship when you're not happy with yourself. What are you even doing? Right? Like, what are you even doing? Like, why are you doing that? You're introducing unnecessary suffering into another person's life because you're lonely. Like, why are you like listen, why on earth are you making the other person suffer because of your shortcomings? That shouldn't be that way. So my simple idea is that if you are unsatisfied with your current situation in life or all that, right? Try to, and you're dealing with a lot of, this is also very, especially people who deal with self-loathing. You need to actually date yourself in that miserable state and see if you can actually maintain a healthy relationship with yourself. Take yourself, like literally take yourself on dates. Like decide that, okay, on the weekend I'm gonna take myself out. Like, no, don't call your friends, because what you're trying to do is drown out your own thoughts when you're surrounded by people. You're trying to drown out the feelings that you have to sit with by yourself. Go out by yourself, go to the movies, right? Have dinner at a nice restaurant by yourself and just sit there. I know it sounds listen, it only sounds pathetic and sad to people who are still stuck, the people who are unhealthy. A healthy person is someone who's happy with themselves, would not see anything wrong with it. Would be like, oh, of course, I love myself, like I love being with my own thoughts, because my thoughts are just my thoughts. They don't bother me, right? If you're someone who's healthy, your thoughts are never gonna take you to dark places. Well, I wouldn't say they'll never take you to dark places, but when they do take you to dark places, you are able to fully understand how it is okay to feel that way, but those thoughts do not make you who you are. But when you're unhealthy, you're just gonna see that going out by yourself, go to the movies, to a dinner by yourself as loser shit. Niggas, I know niggas are gonna see this and be like, bro, what the fuck is this nigga talking about? Can you imagine going out, bro, this by yourself, bro? That shit kind of sad, bro. Nah, it's not. Especially if you're an introvert, you can actually even just try to take yourself out of your comfort zone. Literally, it will literally even feel like you're trying to date yourself. It's a hard date where, you know, it's not very it's something that you prefer, but since you're really interested in that person, you're willing to take the bullet, and you're like, man, I need to actually just try to go clubbing by myself as an introvert and see what's up. You might actually meet new people. Don't even be afraid to say hi to a couple of people and just have fun. Just chill. You know what I mean? Just be in love with yourself. If you've completely lost touch with yourself, maybe this video might be the opportunity that I'm presenting to you to fall in love with yourself again. Those negative thoughts that you're dealing with, definitely you should seek professional help, but at the same time you should get the groundwork running by yourself. Go on walks by yourself and put your phone on do not disturb. Don't touch it. Stay with your own thoughts and think about shit in your life. You don't even have to think, actually. You don't even have to think. I'm actually personally really good at not thinking. I could just turn my mind into static and just stare into the abyss. And then if somebody snaps me out of it and asks me what am I thinking about, it's like, no, I wasn't really thinking about anything. I don't know how I developed this skill, but it's the main reason why I can also meditate for a while. But it works. If it doesn't work, you can report me for misinformation. Deal. All right, peace out.